What is that? Great, you better go and eat though. I don't want anybody to disturb me here. I am doing live video, Victor. Guys, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. You know, we are here to analyze episode 51 of Another Worst Marriage. You know, that particular episode, I was expecting something else. You know, Uncle Amadi was going, and he called them meetings. He called all the family members, you know, to advise them. And I was expecting that Uncle Amadi would have asked Mark or asked Vivian in front of everyone who she normally answers his or her call in the hidden, because most of the time that Uncle Amadi have seen Vivian answering Nick's call, Vivian is always hiding. The first day she sent the 3 million to Nick, that Uncle Amadi saw her making the call. She was hiding, yes. Then the second day that Nick called her again while she was having an argument with the husband, Mark, she was making the call on a low tone, and yet Uncle Amadi was there too. Uncle Amadi also saw her, you know, hiding. So I was expecting that maybe Uncle Amadi should have asked Vivian in front of everyone, who is this person that you normally call, answer his call or her call, hiding? And who is the person that you have been sending money to? Because he have heard Vivian telling the person that I sent 3 million to you. You know, the very first day that Vivian insulted him. Why, when he asked Vivian, who did you send 3 million naira to? So that is what I was expecting. But all the same, maybe they will still ask him. I don't know. But now that Uncle Amadi is going, anyway, it's a way of keeping us in suspense. Yes, so then Uncle Amadi called them and advised them that the best thing that will happen to Mark is either to divorce Vivian or be the man, and not letting Vivian be the man. Because if you watch this episode, you see that Vivian is abusing Mark. Seriously. Do you even see how she poured Mark's food on his body, telling him that you are just a weakling? Why will I be the one doing all the thinking? You are here eating. That is what you are good at. That is the only thing that you are good at. Why your friend is out there proposing to your sister? But I ask, is there anything wrong with Chris wanting to marry Helen? Anyways, from what Vivian told Mark, that don't you know that if Helen agrees to marry Chris, that all the inheritance will go to Chris? Look at the way Vivian is thinking. And that is because her mind is not pure and not good at all. That is why she thinks everybody's after the money and all of that. I believe Chris loves Helen for real, you know, and that is why he wants that relationship. That is why he wants Helen to accept him as a husband. Tony, hi, thanks for joining. Where are you watching me from? So, Tony, what do you think? What do you think about Chris's relationship with Helen? Okay, South Africa. Thanks for joining. I'm in Nigeria. I hope you know. So, tell me what you think about Helen's relationship with Chris. You know? Uh-huh. So, Vivian was telling Mark that you are here eating. Okay, we are talking about the last episode of this Another Worst Marriage. How Uncle Amadi gathered the whole family to advise them before leaving the house because he's about to go back to the village. And I said from the beginning that I was expecting him to ask Vivian in front of everyone or who she has been talking with on the phone and who she sent the 3 million naira to, because Uncle Amadi caught Vivian making a call telling Nick that I have sent the money to you, stop bothering my life and all of that. So I was expecting that he will raise the matter up. You know, the last time he told them that Vivian insulted her, you know, when she caught her doing some strange calls. So I was expecting that question should be asked. But I don't know, maybe they will still ask her. But now that Uncle Amadi is going back to the village, who will do the asking? Okay, since there is no one to answer us, Mr. Law is not here to answer the question. Yes, so because had he been on this live stream, we expect him. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. So we expect him to tell us why that question is not popping up. Now, I said, when Vivian came in, after eavesdropping on Chris and Helen's discussion, you know, he came in and poured the food that Mark was eating on his body and told Mark that, look, this is what you are good at, only eating. That you are here and your friend is proposing to your sister, Helen. And if Helen agrees to marry Chris, that maybe Helen's portion of the will go to Chris. Yes, so. But is Vivian expecting that Helen's portion will go to Mark? Eh? This Vivian, I don't know, she doesn't reason well. She's so selfish, so self-centered. So guys, I don't know what you think. And my question is, do you think Helen should say yes to Chris? Because it is clear now that Helen loves Chris. But her only fear is how Mama and Ben will feel in the house in her absence. You know? But Mama have told her that, you see, family problem, e no dey finish. Family problem no dey finish. So, the best thing for you to do is get married, have a life, you know, live your own life, because the life you are living for the family. You need to live your own life. Be happy, enjoy yourself. As for problems, it will always be there, and Mama will take care of herself. That is what she promised Helen. Okay, when Helen was too worried, Mama even promised Helen that if you want it that way, that she will move in to your husband's house with you. But what if Chris does not like it? You know? But I don't even think Mama will agree to move in with Helen. Maybe she will just go there and visit, and afterwards she will go back to her home, to her husband's house. You know? Okay, at a point she even told Helen that we need to hear a cry of a baby in this house. So this is to tell Helen that even Mama is worried that you should get married. And coming from Chris, who is a good man, you need to, you know. So then, even before Uncle Amadi left the house, while he was advising them, he gave Helen kudos for being a good woman, a good girl, who always uphold the family peace and love, who always protects her family, you know. But at the end, he also reminded Helen that it is also expected of her to get married. You know, it is necessary, and she's not getting younger. And to get to a point, you know that women, their life is some. If she did not marry now, to get to a point that she will become old, people may not like to come close to her, or even as in come, people may not like to marry her at old age again. So that is what Uncle Amadi was telling her. It is high time she find a good man and settle. Uncle Amadi doesn't even know that there is this good man who have proposed 11 good times, 11 good times to Helen, and Helen is still thinking about family problems. Tell me one family without a problem. There is no family on earth without one problem or the other. Every family have their own problem. But the only thing is that we are not praying to have a problem like Vivian, because any family that have someone like Vivian have a bigger problem, you know. So, but there is no family without problems. So that's the thing. And again, Uncle Amadi also advised Ben that while you are taking action against Mark and Vivian, remember that you are still brother to Mark, you know, because a time will come in your life when you will need your family, irrespective of anything. You must need your family. So, and to Mama, Uncle Amadi, you know, praise her for being a good mother, for being a supporting system to the whole family, for maintaining peace all the while, you know, because that woman have done a great job raising someone's child, because Mark is not her son, yet he raised a Mark like her own son, loved him, and even give him certain right that he doesn't even deserve. Because you see, Mark does not deserve some rights that Mama gave to him. Yes, so because had it been Uncle Amadi did not interfere, Mark would have ended up throwing Mama and Helen and Ben out of the house. Yes, he will do it. Reason I say that is because Vivian he is dancing to Vivian's tone. He is following Vivian's lead. So you cannot tell me that maybe he will say no. He will not say no. Because if he will say no, he will be able to stand to tell Vivian that, look, oh, you need to mind yourself and know your boundaries. But no, even when Vivian slap him, he will do nothing. Even when Vivian pour his food on his body, he will do nothing. And at a point, I begin to ask, does it mean that Mark does not have sense in this movie? Seriously. Because he's behaving as someone who doesn't have sense. You know, even some baby husbands, when you beat them or when you abuse them, they will react. But in Mark's case, I don't know. I don't just know. Oh, you see, Chinedu turned Mark to Mumu. Yes, so he turned that role. He makes Mark to be like a Mumu. Vivian, anything that Vivian said, he will agree to it. Whether it is good, as long as it's my wife. Is it wrong to listen to your wife? Even when your wife is telling you, oh yeah, put your hand inside. Wife said that. If this is how people listen to wife, so this one no, you know, follow at all. You know, makes sense. Doesn't make sense one bit. So I just pray that Mark will listen to what Uncle Amadi told him before going, because Uncle Amadi told him that even in their family that they don't support divorce. Yes, they don't support divorce. But when the marriage got to a point that it is it becomes a problem to the man, the best option is for the man to walk away. And right there, Vivian asked Uncle Amadi, "Are you advising my husband to divorce me?" And Amadi answered Vivian, "No, I am not advising your husband to divorce you. But I'm telling your husband that if this marriage will bring problem to him, you know, it will make him to lose his senses. It is better that he walk away, you know. Or if Mark decides to keep the marriage, he should be the man. He should control his wife. That is what it should be, you know." So I just pray that Mark will obey, do any of this, either divorce Vivian or be the man in the relationship, so that there won't be much more problem. Because as long as he continues to listen to Vivian, he will always be making mistakes. As a matter of fact, it will get to a point that Ben, because this time around, Ben is out to give it to Vivian and the Mark, woto. Anyhow they want it, Ben is out. And you know that Helen and the mama have been the ones stopping Ben, holding him back, telling him that remember he is still your brother, you know, and all of that. And by the time Helen gets married to Chris, and maybe mama went there or goes there to be with them or anything, you see that house, hell go loose. And by then I believe Lisa would have, you know, come back. Because if it is only Ben and Mark and Vivian, Ben would want to go and bring Lisa, you know, to come and give it to Vivian. Because and one thing I like about that Lisa is she can beat Vivian well. So anyhow Vivian wants it, Lisa will be able to give it to her. You see, if Mama and Helen leave that house, hey, it will turn to Fuji house of commotion. Every day, one trouble. That is what it is going to be. Guys, I don't know what to think. Please, whatever you think, share with us on the comment section. And give my video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, okay? And give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. I love you guys. I really appreciate your time, for spending your time with me. Thank you. My God will bless you. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.